Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Upwave Customer Showcase. I'm John Stewart, EVP of Customer Success with Upwave, and I'm pleased to be joined today by Steven Ohrnstein, SVP of Platform Automation and Analytics with Viant. Steven, welcome to Upwave Customer Showcase.
Hey, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, it's great to have you, and we've been working with Viant for years now. And just for the audience who may not be completely aware of what Viant is and what you do on a day-to-day basis, can you explain and start a little bit with a description of Viant?
Sure, yeah. So Viant is a leader in CTV and AI-powered programmatic advertising. We work closely with large holdcos, independent agencies, and brand directs to help our brands plan, buy, and measure their digital media campaigns. So really omni-channel, CTV, your computer, digital out of home, audio, you name it, phone, to plan, buy, and measure their campaigns across the open internet.
Great. And so one of the things that Upwave is doing within the ecosystem that you're describing is measuring brand outcomes. And
Mhm.
increasingly, what we're being asked is to help publishers, advertisers, and those across the advertising ecosystem optimize those campaigns to maximize their results. Can you talk a little bit about what you're seeing in terms of trends within TV and CTV?
Yeah, so I would say generically, the maturity in CTV over the past 20 years has led to a massive gap in measurement. So if you think about it for a minute and you look at this tectonic shift from linear television to streaming programmatic, if you rewind 20 years ago, there's basically the infancy of smartphones. There was no such thing as streaming TV. And so measurement was very easy. You're leveraging a cookie and you're primarily on your desktop computer at home, or maybe at the office, or maybe a laptop, but it's very simple to see what the last touch was. And so if you fast forward to present day, it really, if you look at our open internet now, less than 20% of all ads have a cookie. If you think about connected television, that's no cookies there. There's no cookies on Safari. There's no cookies on your mobile app environment, and so on and so forth. So it really has left this massive gap in this last touch attribution, which is still to this day popular. But we've for a while now have realized that that's not the solution, and we need other opportunities out there. And that's where Upwave comes in and really opening the door to real-time analytics of showing not just outcomes, but also what led you to that. And so as a CTV first DSP, our mission and goal is to prove the value of CTV. And if you're only using last touch, it doesn't always work out that way because display is cheaper and it's going to be last touch more often, and search is going to steal that attribution. But with Upwave, and you're showing that 60-second or 30-second ad on your television, that's what's actually driving awareness, consideration, and intent. And that's where we leverage Upwave, of course, to ultimately get to the purchase side of the house, which we can measure as well.
Yeah, and from a consumer perspective, I think it's really easy to see the proliferation of CTV in the last few years. I mean, so much more content, so much more consumption and share of minutes moving that way. So I want to shift gears a little bit and talk about how Viant and Upwave partner specifically.
Yeah.
So we recently partnered to measure a campaign for a financial services company that ran through the Viant DSP. Can you talk a little bit about this campaign and the goals and the outcomes?
Yeah, so I think in general the general demand, this is just one campaign of many, but there's the need for measurement is so much more robust. It's no longer just wanting to measure a purchase outcome online, but they want to be able to measure other tactics as well. So is it driving a mobile app download, a registration, purchase, your first party sales? But even before that, is it driving awareness, purchase intent, consideration, all of that? And so we can, through Upwave, can unlock all of that because they can start with that and see, understand, in this case, really strong performance that when you're leveraging connected television through our DSP, it was something along the lines of a little over 7% lift in awareness, which is insightful in itself. but then they kind of go down the pathway. So you're trying to gain awareness first, and then consideration, intent, and ultimately the purchase. So we've long had the purchase in the Viant DSP, but we're helping our client really derive their and build tactics to get them to increase lift across every part of that funnel. And so in this case, they found that while it's 7% awareness, it was still solid 4% consideration and around that for purchase intent. So that informed different tactics, different age groups that maybe you need for that younger demographic, some new strategies or different strategies to sweeten the opportunity there. So buy one, get one, whatever it might be. But so we're able to leverage Upwave's reporting. And so to show, one, is it working or not? And we can show how effective is display versus mobile versus CTV. So that's great. And then two, influence and inform other tactics to help drive everyone else through that funnel based off the various tactics and campaigns that they're running as a whole. So again, that's one, I would say, successful case study, but it really is just one of many that our clients are leveraging Upwave to really help inform and drive their digital media spend across the open internet.
Well, that is a fantastic result that you got for your client. Not all campaigns will have that much brand lift, especially at the top of the funnel, awareness and consideration. And a common use of Upwave is to help understand the dynamics of what's going into the campaign and then maximize that result even further. But as you said, it's just one of many campaigns that we measure with you all. So I was hoping you could spend a minute talking about why you work so closely with Upwave and what drives the Viant interest.
Yeah, so I would say in general, Viant is a longtime leader in CTV. We've pioneered kind of our household ID. That's led the way for many years in terms of measurement. And our job is to prove that CTV is as effective as we believe it is, and research shows. But when you're in the typical DSP running search and social and display and mobile, if you're just looking at the costs, because CTV is more expensive, and you're just only looking at last touch, then it's going to show on a reporting perspective, it's going to show that CTV may not be as favorable. But when you're looking at it from a different lens of looking at and you just think about it, like, are you buying the ad because of of true interest, or are you buying it because that 60-second, that Nike ad for someone, Serena Williams or Tiger Woods running through the park, that's what's really gaining that awareness and consideration. And me just going pressing Nike into my browser, it's very rarely am I doing www.nike.com. I'm just typing Nike and it's being routed through a search engine. Then I'm pressing Nike.com to go there. So on a report, again, search is going to win that last touch. But what drove it? It was CTV. And so you need a partner like Upwave to show the value across all of our clients, the value of CTV, which helps our platform and our clients make better informed decisions.
Well, we love to hear that. We love the power of brand building and measurement of the upper funnel in terms of outcomes. And so it's great that you're having all this success with your clients, and it's good to see Viant doing so well recently. So thanks for joining us today, Steven. We appreciate you talking with us, and we love to hear the way that Viant thinks about brand building for your advertisers, and we hope to see you again soon.
Love it. Thank you so much for having me.